Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your fur style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a class. Command Psy-Freak, Sentinel, Saboteur, Psy-Freak, Commando, Deadeye, Mercenary, Deadeye, Commando, Deadeye. Deadeye chosen. That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm the dark side of you. Your inner voice, to be precise. An echo of the balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
So glad you realize who you really are. Let's keep to the bright and better path moving on.
You can't contradict yourself like that.
Because you can't deny what's deep.
But remember, this is just the beginning of the end.
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Flash the slash. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress, blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. Might not need that now, but you will later. Toxanol built vessels called arcs to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and, without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours. The sound of spark metal going pew-pew is never a good thing. Definitely not. The right key could open this. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. That's a good find. He wants to thank you for taking his side. He presents himself as out. There have been rumors of a one-eyed the legend of the one-eyed. The child could have been anyone, but the evil. There's no doubt you're. Had it not been. Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike here from the village. He wonders if your Mooma knows you are. You're such a good child, so you probably did. He understands what. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder, somehow into. You found. The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete. You'll need a net to catch the Nono, and he wants you to use his, but asks you to be gentle. The Nono was sent. You handle that net like you've never. He's grateful for all the help he can get. There's lots of Nono out there that need to be guided to. But. Now that you've seen. One day. He says you'd better hurry back to the village before your Muma... He lost you there for a while, but no... The genetic evolution that occurred after the apocalypse that his friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Noko has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Googlide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. The road You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through the roof where they came in, and the rope looks strong enough to climb. Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. Must be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. The World Eaters have made their marks on our world over time. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it. He worried.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about light? It hurts.
Not as much as it hurts.
Always making this.
And you're always...
There's Out of Date again. He must have missed something important. Regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way. He believed another fork in the road. It's either the tunnel or the motor bridge. What'll it be? It's a bridge. Just get over it. Right in the face. Chop, chop. They've destroyed this area, muddied up what used to be muck, as if it wasn't bad enough before the tribe war began. Great shot. Slash. Feeling fierce. That's the Myriad Tribe's fortress. Will they be friends or foe? You should head up there. That way you'll know. This area was beautiful before the tribe war began. Look at it now. It's a war zone. It's unusual that natural tunnels like this still exist. Most of them got flooded. That's the Jagni tribe's fort. Their friendship can be a blessing or a curse. It's up to you. You're either a part of their solution to the tribe war, or part of the problem. Better beware, that's a mump up ahead. They were hit hard by evolution, the wonky ones especially, deformed and unfurled. Carving it up. Better. Let's see.